Hey, we have another topic to discuss, and it falls along the lines of marriage and divorce again. Part two of that. I want to speak on the topic, but I didn't give any names. The actress, an actor that were married at one point for a while and then got a divorce after, I believe, 16 years. I'm not quite sure the years. um, but and how and my first previous video on the subject, I talked about how there are some social media out there, and I guess some news outlets, tabloidish, that are making comments about the divorce and putting negativity towards the actress, allegedly for having divorced her husband at the time. But I came across, I guess it was a podcast of a man really slamming this actress, um, and not only slamming her, but attempting to shame her for posting her videos on her page, social media pages, and going about her life and being happy and appearing happy in her videos. How dare she? Okay. And making ridiculous, he made ridiculous statements that she's sending out the wrong message to her fans, that she's ruining the community. People like her are ruining the community. Um, where nobody wants her anyway. Um, and I'm thinking to myself, she probably doesn't want him. Well, if she were to know him, I doubt very seriously she knows him personally. But there again, some outsider giving their opinion on someone else's marital issues and divorce issues. But when he just went in to say any woman that follows her is doomed. In other words, um, we're just out here floundering, and we look bad, and our men are laughing at her. Our men, meaning the black community, I'm going to guess is what it meant by that. I kind of half listened. I was fuming, and it took everything in me to listen to that segment until the end. But I wanted to give my fair opinion on it. I did listen to the whole thing. Um, but if I were to ever have a chance to talk to that man, and I seriously doubt that's ever going to happen, because I am a divorcee and I've dated. I've been in the dating world. I have sworn off dating. Since last year, I've sworn off dating for a while, indefinitely. Um, but and I mean this with all due respect, and because he showed none for some of us, that says a lot. Um, he needs to really turn down the volume on his mic, because how dare he speak on how that woman felt, feels, was feeling, will feel. How, and she's a beautiful young lady. How in the world can he say something like, no one will ever want her? And some of us who've been in certain situations in relationships know what that means. Okay. So the way he was talking, no, she wouldn't want him if she knew him. No, no. And and if I were um, around that person and cared to dare to bother, or was in a position to where just hypothetically that he wanted to date, I wouldn't want him either. I don't want some man walking around telling people that we single ladies are doomed, and we're causing the breakdown of the community. I'm going to tell you what's breaking down the breakdown of the community. There's no unification. There's no accountability for actions. Some men are choosing to leave their families behind while they lead an entirely different life. Some men are breaking up the families because of their cheating and their lying and their manipulation. Okay? Some men haven't seen their children in years, but they want a gold star just by virtue of them being the father. Some men are abandoning a lot of us women who are out here doomed. Some men have expectations so unrealistic that it pushes us away. Some men treat some of us women as though we are second class citizens or beneath others. Some men don't have our backs. Some men throw us under the bus. Some men tear us down in public. Some men will not even take accountability for their health issues. Okay, they will blame the female as though we are supposed to somehow suddenly, or continue to be in some cases, take over the role of the mother, take over the role of the grandmother, the aunt. We're supposed to be Wonder Women of emotions. We are supposed to put on 5 different hats to cater to this person. Some men. So for him to say we're out here breaking down a community and nobody's going to want us, and you're talking to me, I'm not interested in anyone anyway at this point. Will I ever be? I don't know. I don't know. Only time will tell. But going back to that actress again, she's a businesswoman. She's a very, a good actress. She's beautiful. I don't know her personally, so I can't say inside because I don't know her personally. But from the social media persona, I see and hear a woman who is just trying to move on with her life and hopefully is moving on with her life. I see and hear a woman who is just that, a woman, and a successful woman. She, like many of the rest of us, will find someone else if we choose. Okay? If we choose, that should be the key phrase. If and when we choose. Not because some man out there is saying, if you don't choose now, pick me, or show interest in my type of person. If you don't pick me, then something's wrong with you. Bro, that is the problem. Therein lies the problem. And then to say women like her are all going to fall, and we're going to see one day. We're all going to be sorry. We're all going to be torn down. If, in fact, that is your argument and your stance, my rebuttal is going to be next to reach out to the women, the sisters. Well, why don't you lift if you see? Because another thing that grinds me is when some of us women do it to another woman, tear her down when she's going through things, or even when she's not. You're the jealousy and envy, but that's a whole nother video. But why don't the women lift up another woman? If you see someone down, which hopefully she has a good supportive friend base and family base. But if you see someone down and needing assistance, you help them. Women, other women out there, you help them. You help them. Let's show some unification with that one. You see someone down, don't kick them when they're down. You give them a hand up, because that shows your true strength, and that shows who you really are as a person. But no, like I said, and I used to hate that term bro, but I'm gonna go there because and I'm not street savvy and all that stuff, but I'm going to go there because, ooh, it took everything for me to get through that video of him saying how we're all going to be sorry. Um, a lot of us come from different, various socioeconomic backgrounds. We all have, a lot of us have our inner demons we're struggling with. A lot of us stumble, um, but we will rise. We will get back up. We just have to keep the faith. But don't allow anyone, especially some man, telling us how we should feel and how we are perceived. So, because men are going to perceive us as a certain way, then we're lost. You're not lost. It's a small world, but there are a lot of places we can go. And I'm not a big fan anymore. I tried the online dating thing. I always have to, just try and see, because I know people that have successful relationships that have met online, and then I know some disaster cases, I've had some disasters, but some of that was my fault because I shouldn't have been on it in the first place. But I was just trying to see what was what. But like I said, my advice to him: turn the volume down on that, because you don't know a hill of beans about what you're talking about. Read your history, and I'm sure this person would be such of the know-it-all about history, but observe your surroundings. Who are you around? Because as a man saying we're going to be sorry and we're going to be lost, I would just out of curiosity love to know who's he with and how's he treating her, and does she have more money than he does, and she's taking care? Is she a sugar mama? Is she taking care of him? Is she treating is she the mother image? Is she the bank? um what is she? Because if you respected women, you respect all women. You would respect all women. That to me is scary. Like, ooh, she must be really she must be one of those I want to save the world. If I'm just saying, if that's how he's talking, because no. And then, like I said, I don't know if he knows that actress. I don't know, and I hope he doesn't, because wow, but he's got a mic, and he is spewing nonsense. So the women that are agreeing with what he's saying, check yourself, sweetheart, because I am certainly sure that you are not the most desired in the world. Just like a lot of us. Who are you? You are you, but who are you to judge someone else? You're not better than her, okay? She's not better than you, other than her career has been in acting, and she has other branched out into other businesses, and she's with her children. She's taking care of hers. How about you ladies take care of yours, and show how you are such the big person, and such the umbrella of knowledge. Show that in your own life. Who have you helped bring up? Who have you helped? Or you pointing your fingers not helping. It's really not even helping you. It's just really showing your ignorance. And I'm just sometimes it never ceases to amaze me how we get on air, we get a hold of a mic, and we just start saying the most ridiculous things against someone, especially someone we don't even know, as though that's the gospel. That's actually the way it is. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to end this conversation, this particular video. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. I am choosing not to date. Okay. I was married for many years and got a divorce. So I am choosing not to date, because having all the bad experiences that I've had, having made poor decisions, having been desperate and having the lack of self-esteem, the lack of confidence, having done all that, having to fall and get back up several times, um, was my fault because I was in my own way. I was refusing to stop and really, really look in the mirror and say, you know what? It's I'm allowing someone else to tell me who I am. Why am I doing that? Who are they? They're human just like me. So why am I allowing them to do that? So with that being said, I wish both the female and her ex-husband well. He's out there, and I'm hoping he gets plenty of jobs. I'm hoping he gets all kind of acting jobs. I hope he has another side business. I hope he gets therapy. He's getting counseling and therapy, and her as well, and the children as well, counseling and therapy, because they're public figures. They're in that entertainment industry, and I just really want both of them to do well. I want him to do well on the basis of taking care of his family, his children, to be there for them. I wouldn't want the father out there struggling, and I'm sure she doesn't either. I'm going to say, coming from the female perspective, I'm sure that's not what she wishes for him. She wants him to do well. Just didn't, she's just not in the marriage anymore. It just didn't work. So, man, it's hard though to listen to these guys men talk about, the women's the way they do. What? And women are following them. They like the sensationalism. Wake up, hun, wake up. Stop. He's just it's for the ratings. Stop. You really are gonna give this man. Ooh, talk about desperate Daisy, come on now. Let's stop. And some of these women are well over the age of 40 acting like that. Um, look inward, ladies. Look inward because a man telling you that you need to be attached to someone to be a woman, not the case. There's someone out there for you, but you make the decision of who you want. You don't let someone tell you who you should be with or how long you should be with that person, or just because someone else thought you were a good couple, or if you break up with him you're going to be sorry. No, that's an abusive statement, because that's something abusers would say. Oh, without me you'll be nobody. No, I was somebody when I met you, and I was somebody when I was with you, and I'm going to be somebody when we're not together. you know it's just when it gets to the dangerous stages that there's other issues, and that's why I wish a lot of us would help someone who's down when we can come together on that. But hey, I can't. I listened to that one podcast from that gentleman, and I won't listen to another. I won't unless I see on his spiel on a splash on his video that he's had a change of heart, or he's doubled down on back down on his comments, because he was just ridiculous. I had to say that because I was very, very disheartened when I looked at that. And now someone else told me, I was talking to someone, and they said, hey, she doesn't care. She's got her money. She don't care what they say. And I think it tends to. I think they see these comments. They are human. But I'm rooting for her. I want her to do so well. I root for everybody that does well. And like I said, I want him to do well too, because he has a family to take care of, and he has to take care of himself. It's like when you're in the plane, they tell you to put your own oxygen mask on before you help someone else. That goes with everything. You need to take care of yourself so that you can be there in full and whole for someone else. Another video. I don't want to decide to go off into something else, but yeah, ladies, let's be careful, and men, let's be careful of who we're putting our time into when it comes to the negative comments about people. Um, especially people we don't even know. You can give an opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion. You can give your opinion, but when you make your entire broad podcast or your entire video or your entire essay, whatever it is, bashing another for a decision they made, a peaceful decision that they made to, for in their terms to find themselves or to find their happiness, or you got to let that go. That's their decision. So I will not be watching any more podcasts that this that gentleman has out, and I would hope that more women would wake up to the nonsense. And there's always, I guess, going to be some women that are going to follow. We have those that unfortunately, um, we just can't reach them on that level. But um, I would just end this video by saying, let people be. Just it's enough. People, and they'll say things, and sometimes it's what they say is in the moment. It's not the exact sentence that should have come out, or not should have come out. I won't say that. But some of us ladies have to read between the lines of what another female is saying. To be put on the spot, especially in the world of entertainment, to be put on the spot, and you need to give some kind of reason because you have a fan base. The young lady has a huge fan base, so you have to. That's part of um, an accountability to make a statement about it, and you have to be as peaceful in it, but within that statement. But a lot of times when it's just happening or on the heels of just having happened, they're gonna make statements. They meaning her, other people. I'm sure a lot of us have done it. Come on now, made a statement that didn't exactly come out right, that was taken out of context. So again, back to some of us who have been through divorce or been through a really nasty situation, difficult situation. It's not always easy to find the right words, but I knew what she meant when I saw the interview. And I thought about it. I was like, ooh, what? She said that, but that's, huh? But then I had to think of how she was thinking and what she was trying to say. Um, but I'm not gonna let a man tell me how I should think and feel about my emotions um, in anything, about how I should feel. Because if we were to do that to them, we'd be stepping on their egos. We'd be stepping on their toes. No, we can't do that. So have that same respect. So on that note, nope, I will not be watching another one of his broadcast podcasts. I wouldn't reveal who he is, but if any of you women out there, or even men, if you come across a podcast where you don't know this person from Adam, and somebody's and they don't know him because of the way they're talking about him, or bashing this couple, and there's been no blatant abuse, um, butt out, stay out. If you want to watch it or listen to the rhetoric, I have no time for that, for the bashing part. So just live and let live, because you don't know when you're going to be on the other end of that assumption uh, element, and it's yeah. So be a bit kinder in your talk, and again, ladies, hey, if someone's down around you, you see it, instead of pointing that finger, why don't you put all your fingers together in a helping hand mode and lift that woman up?